Good morning. Today you're going to read the Mini Okubo article like I have been promising so that you are totally prepared to write your essay. So you'll notice on your document, what you should have opened in Schoology, that it says before reading, please put on headphones, which you should have done, and watch the video at what you are doing now. So once you've watched this video, you should be ready to go. First things first, you'll notice it says before reading reflection. Yes, you must do this. Yes, you must use complete sentences. Please abide by race, but you do not have to use evidence. So, does America have the right to lock up American citizens if their ethnic background declared war on the U.S.? Why or why not? What would you do as an American citizen to ensure this would happen? So, part of your assignment today is to annotate the article as shown. However, you might need to annotate directions as well so you understand what's going on. Now, Google Docs has some really awesome tools to help you do that. One thing it has is a really cool dictionary add-on. So I'm going to click dictionary. And right here, I have it at my beck and call. So I noticed that there is the word ethnic. So maybe I'm not entirely sure what that means. I'm going to search it up and look at that. I get a definition right away. So I have my definition. I might read through this and totally get it. However, if I don't, there are all of these awesome synonyms that I can click on for help. So maybe race related might help me because I understand what race is and I know what the word related is, and that breaks it down even more. One really cool thing that I would suggest doing is if you do that, click on the word that you looked up. Right here, you're going to add a comment, and I am just going to click on the definition and copy and paste it like so. Control C, put that there, comment. So now I have the definition at all times. I don't need to look it up again. Okay, so this is one thing I'm going to suggest you do for every single word that is either unfamiliar or that you're a little shaky about what the definition is exactly. So another word that I might want to look up really quick is the word citizen. So I'm going to go over here one more time and I'm going to show you how to do this. Type in the word citizen or copy and paste it. I have my definition. So right at the end of this word, I'm going to add a comment. I'm going to copy and paste the definition. And now I have it whenever I need it. So here's where I'm going to write my reflection. Again, you are using race. So you should be restating, answering the question, justifying your answer. Again, you do not need evidence to do that. So a restate might look something like, I do not believe, if I spelled correctly, I do not believe that America has the right to imprison its citizens, even if they belong to an ethnic group whom attacks the U.S. So the rest of my paragraph should be all about why I believe this. So once I've done that, I'm going to read some more directions. So as I read, I'm supposed to annotate the article like I'm seeing how to do right now. I'm going to continue to find definitions to unfamiliar words. I'm going to ask questions, and I'm going to generate the gist of the section where noted. Sorry, been a long morning. Additionally, I'm going to look up some photographs of different places, people, and time periods and insert them into my article. So when I go back and look at it, when I write my essay, I have a very, very clear understanding of what's going on. This article, I am noticing, is due by the end of this class period. That might be important to know, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. Oops, sorry, guys. Highlight. Okay, so I know when it's due. I'm ready to go. First things first, I have this neat little already know, want to know box. So here are the things that I already know. I did this ahead of time. So I know that people were in prison after Pearl Harbor. I know that Japanese businesses were shut down out of fear. And I know that many Japanese Americans were displaced just because of their ethnic group. And out of fear, America was afraid that every Japanese American was part of Japan's plan to defeat us in World War II. So here I'm going to ask some questions. So why were Japanese Americans who were born here and had no ties to Japan still interned? I think that might be a really good thing to ask. I'm going to try and ask a couple more questions. So now I know what I'm looking for. Here's my paragraph. So we're going to do this first one together, and then I'm going to trust you guys to take it from there. So it says, Mine Okubo. I kind of want to know what she looks like. So I'm going to go over here to Tools. I'm going to hit Explore. And I'm going to type in, oh, look at that. Minnie Okubo is right there because she's in my article. I'm going to look at images. And there she is. Wow, crazy. I'm going to add this little button and insert her photo. So now I have a picture of Minnie Okubo. I can edit the photo too to wrap my text or break text. So I'm going to wrap. Oh, nope, I'm not. That's a joke. I'm going to undo. Okay, I'm going to break text. Okay, so I have Minnie Okubo was born in Riverside, California on June 27th, 1912, the fourth of 7 children. Both of her parents were Japanese immigrants, also known as Issei. Her father, who had studied Japanese history, named her after a Japanese creation goddess, Minnie. Unfortunately, many people called her Minnie because they didn't know the sacred origin of her name. As a Nisei child, an American of Japanese descent, Minnie identified as an American citizen. Her parents, born in Japan, asked her if she wanted to go to a special school to learn how to speak Japanese. She responded, I don't need to learn Japanese. I'm an American. Living up to her name, Minnie was a creative, curious child. Her mother, a calligrapher, helped her develop her skills by giving Minnie an art assignment, paint a different cat every day. Later, a teacher at Minnie's high school encouraged her to illustrate for the school newspaper and become art editor of the yearbook. Okay, so I have my introduction to Minnie's childhood, and now I have a stopping point. So what is the gist of this section? What is the author's purpose in telling the reader this information? So I know, because I do gist frequently, that I still need to restate. So the gist of this section is to give the reader insight into Minnie's childhood and how she felt about being an American citizen. I'm going to put a period there. I think it's really cool, too, that up here she said, I don't need to learn Japanese. I'm an American. I'm going to highlight that because I feel like that might be something I want to talk about later on. And then I'm going to actually copy and paste that, and it can still be highlighted for this. So Control C. Okay. Minnie even claims, paste. And then I'm not going to highlight the rest of it, which conveys how strongly she feels about being born in the United States. What's the author's purpose in telling me this information? So the author's purpose, let me go back and spell purpose correctly. Telling me this information is to demonstrate how Minnie feels about being an American. All right, I'm going to go back and correct that later. So next thing I'm going to do is I have another paragraph to read. Notice there's a stopping point after about each section where you need to either do the gist or ask questions. Here I have a link that I can click on. So I can click here for classes, levels, of question stems, and that opens up a brand new tab. So you guys have used these before. You're familiar with them. Once they load, you'll be able to see. There you go. Remember, we want level 2 and level 3 questions. So if I scroll down, I have words I can use to make sure I'm asking those types of questions. I can see what I'm looking for as I ask those types of questions. Additionally, I have actual question stems and vocabulary I can use the further I scroll. So here are my question stems. So I'm going to ask my questions in the space below down here and ask the gist. So once I'm done annotating the entire article for words I don't understand, inserting photos, highlighting evidence I may want to use, and checking in at stopping points, I'm going to scroll all the way down and see that I get to work with a partner at the very end. However, all of my work above here needs to be done before I can do that. So with my partner, I'm going to go ahead and summarize the section and answer these questions. If you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and let me know. Other than that, you are free to begin your process and learn about Minnie Okubo.